Hello everyone, Megatronic here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Amazon exclusive Leader Class Nova Prime. And before we start off this review, I do have to point out some things. My Nova Prime is modded, so this isn't how he's going to be when you get him. He has gap fillers, thigh extenders, and some extra paint, and so he's not the stock Nova that you'll get or purchase. Now, what exactly did I mod on this Nova Prime? Well, if you turn the figure around, you can see he no longer has the cannons. I just cut these off. I used wire cutters and pliers, and I just snipped these off. Why did I do that? Nova Prime has never had these ridiculously hollow cannons. I didn't want Nova Prime having these, and this is my toy, and these are kind of useless to me, and the only real reason these would serve any use is the Galaxy Optimus Prime, because, yeah, I'll probably buy that figure at some point, but, yes. These thigh extensions come courtesy of Ratchet's Operating Studios on eBay, if you want to check him out. These, I believe, are 12 bucks with gap fillers for the Kingdom Magnus mold, and for just a comparison. Here he is with that Magnus, and this Magnus also does have the thigh extenders. The only reason I have him is because I like the core robot mode, not the vehicle mode, just the core robot for the white Ultra Magnus Optimus Prime body. This guy is really cool, and sadly I had to overpay for them on eBay because I missed out on them via Amazon because I was in the middle of moving and didn't have the money and just completely missed out. But this is one of the few times which I'll actually give in to getting a figure for a bit more pricey because, one, he's based off of Transformers Devastation. I love Transformers Devastation. Probably one of my favorite Transformer games because I grew up with it, other than War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. And two, it's Nova Prime. I don't think we're going to get another mainline Nova Prime figure for God who knows how long. So yeah. And this guy is probably one of my favorite Transformer figures, especially after the modding I'd done and then the thigh extension kit. It just helps the figure, in my opinion, and makes him really look amazing. My only problems with him now are the feet. That's my only issue with this figure, but yeah, this guy's great, and he really makes the Kingdom Magnus mold look amazing, especially when combined together. The vehicle mode, I never transformed him before, but obviously for the review I will. Just yeah, he's great. He's great. If you want an Ultra Magnus, just try and get the 86 one. So, yeah, other than gushing about him, let's get into articulation. So he has a ball joint at the head. He can look up a good amount, or a tiny bit. Look down, not really, but, you got some wiggle waggle. Or the arms can just really go up that far. The wings get in the way with the pads. Go all the way out. You got a bicep swivel. A tiny bit over 90 at the elbow, maybe just at 90. And then you got the wrist rotation. So yeah, wrist can rotate. Waist can do a full 360 if you need it to. Oh, one of the fillers fell out. Legs can go up that far, back that far. They are only on friction here, but mine are tight enough to not move, thankfully. You got a thigh swivel. Knees can go 90. And then the feet are already molded at an angle, but you can do a good ankle tilt. So yeah, articulation on this guy is basically the same as the Siege Ultra Magnus. I mean, there's nothing really changed. there. Or what is changed, the wings, they're on the hinge. You can hinge these back a little bit. However your preference is. I just hide the little side guns back there to use as like maybe little thrusters. And then I give him the gun from the giant stupid cannon things. They only work for that Optimus, I'm sorry. They do not work for this Nova Prime. If you like them on Nova Prime, I'm glad you do, but this is how I like them displayed. Now, for comparison with Nova Prime, the Netflix version of Ultra Magnus, this is stock without being combined to anything. It is with Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. You can see how that works just for a sense of scale. Coming custom Hightower, which is not finished yet, and why I have purple on my finger. It's a great mold. Someone at least has to have a version of that, just so you can see how he scales. And we'll be right back when I get him into his vehicle mode. But before we get him into his vehicle mode, this is how he looks stock without anything. He's just the base Optimus Prime figure. Yeah, because of the modifications that I did, and the gaps, the thighs, he can't sit flush or flipping his heels. So I don't really truck mode. Yeah, oh boy. Truck mode doesn't work. Partially my fault, and partially because Hasbro reused the Galaxy version of the Optimus, which only works for that Optimus, I'm sorry. But it's also partially my fault that he can't transform. I'm not putting it all on Hasbro. This is still a great figure. Let's get back into robot mode. Now, for final thoughts on this figure. And before we end off this video, let me just say this, because I don't want to see hate comments. I'm not trashing this figure. I'm not trashing Hasbro. This guy's a great figure stock, whether without the accessories or with or without the cannons. This guy's really great. I just think there could be some improving, especially when it comes to vehicle mode and molding choices. But besides that, this guy's really great, and I really do recommend him if you can find him for retail. But I, unfortunately, couldn't find him for retail, so that's why I'm kind of being a bit more nitpicky here, because I spent more on him than I should have. That's my fault, so don't blame Hasbro. But yeah, this guy's great. The upgrades really do make him seem more substantial and worth it to me, and make him seem more accurate to Transformers Devastation, since his molding is based off of the cab model. This is my version of him from Devastation. And I'm a huge Devastation nerd, so this is really the first time Transformers Devastation, the video game, has gotten a figure, like, made from it, you know. So, of course, I'm going to be a lot more skeptical, and this, you know, this guy's great. You really should get him if you can find him for a good price on eBay. And let me know if you do have him, and you're going to do the modifications that I did, or did something similar. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one.